Welcome back. We've pretty much finished the rounds on this day here, so it's time to go speak to Towa and see if she has any advice on how to go forward in life, is the best way of putting it. You know how Towa is. Towa handing over all of her work to the rest of the student council should be ending today. So I'm guessing she's still here. Knock. There's definitely someone in there, but there's no response. Oh, I know. Excuse me, I'm coming in. Typical Towa.
Yep, I knew it. No wonder she fell asleep. She must have been really busy getting everything sorted out for the spring. Makes me remember finding her like this over in the computer room. Oh, right. I probably shouldn't look too much or she'll get mad when she wakes up.
Yeah, maybe make your presence known.
Angie, George, Crow.
Aww.
Rean?
You did it again?
What are you doing in my room? Wait, this is the student council room. I must have fallen asleep.
Sorry for coming in without permission. I did knock, though.
Don't worry about it. It's my fault for dozing off like this. Why do you always have to keep finding me like that? I hope you weren't looking at me while I was sleeping again.
I did try to look as little as possible.
Well, if you say so. Is something the matter? You're not looking too well.
No, I'm fine. Maybe the light streaming in through the window is making me look off color? I feel fine, really.
Come with me.
What's this all about?
I know that you're a boy and all, and I do think that you've grown a lot during your year here. No, I probably shouldn't even call you a boy anymore. You're a grown man now, but that doesn't mean you always have to stand and endure everything life throws your way. Okay?
I really like this scene with Towa. Like, she just sees through him. And it's like, no, you're hurting.
If it gets too much, it's alright to sit down and let it all out. Whether you're a boy or a grown man doesn't change that. It's okay, Rean.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I promised I'd bring him back. I promised I'd make him graduate with you, but I couldn't do it.
It's okay. You did everything you could. You made sure he knew how we all felt. And you let all of us know how he really felt too. So, don't get so worked up about it. Okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't want anyone to see me like that.
Well, I guess we're even then. Not like I jump for joy every time you catch me sleeping.
Have you finished getting everything ready for the next student council now, by the way?
Yep, my days of being president are almost done. The first years taking over are really smart, though. I barely had to teach a thing in the end.
Still, it must have been hard work getting through it all. You're going on a tour of various NGOs after graduation, right?
Yep. The plan's to take a year to visit NGOs in lots of different fields. Politics, economics, engineering, medicine. After that, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'll probably join either the army or something related to the government, I suppose.
I think we have some idea where you're going.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'd both love to have you. There's no chance either one would say no to you. Especially since taking a year off hasn't made them any less determined to recruit you. After all you did with commanding the courageous, it's no wonder you're so in demand.
I don't know. I don't think I did anything special, really. Still, I feel like it'd be best in the long run for me to see the world from a variety of different perspectives. I don't know what path I'll choose, but I want to step onto it with a firm decision on how things should be. I think that's the best thing I can do for this country's future. Maybe I'm being a little overdramatic there, though.
Not at all. After how much you've done for this academy, I can only imagine how much you could do for this country. Just try not to overwork yourself, okay? We're with you all the way, but we will always worry, you know?
Thanks. Anyway, all this means is that I'm only going to be serving as student council president until the end of tomorrow. After that, I'll be just like any other student until graduation day, so that's how you're going to have to treat me.
But how will you ever survive the rest of your school days without all that extra paperwork? All kidding aside, it's going to be lonely not seeing you at that desk every time I swing by, or missing out on the extra free day work. Maybe I could ask Prince Oliver to get me a President Towa plush doll for when I feel down. He mentioned Captain Towa once.
Sounds good.
I'm sure you'll be just fine. You'll probably be busy enough as a second year without student council stuff. I mean, I think it's sweet that you'll miss me that much, but...
I'm sure I'll be really busy too, but knowing I was helping you out meant it never felt tiring for me. Still, if you aren't that opposed to the plush idea, maybe I really will ask him, even if it won't beat the real thing.
Anyway, moving off plushies, what was it that made you come here? I mean, I'm happy you did, but...
Oh, I'd completely forgotten too. I just came to ask if there was anything I could do to help tomorrow, seeing as it's another free day.
But you've only just come back, and besides, tomorrow's your...
That's all the more reason I want to spend tomorrow's free day the same way I spent all of the others. It wouldn't feel like our final free day is Class 7 if it were any different.
Well, if you say so. Okay, I do have a few things in mind, so I'll just drop them into your mailbox in the dorm like I always do. And thanks for offering.
Gonna be a busy day, isn't it? Rean! Hey guys, didn't expect to run into you. Yeah, crazy coincidence, huh? Are you heading back to the dormitory too? That was the idea. Why don't we all head back together then? It's Trista. Triple dot. It's nice seeing the flowers as they start to bloom. Yeah, I know you said earlier they'd be in full bloom in a week, but I'm thinking it'll be closer to the end of the month, personally. Just in time for the welcoming ceremony. The new students will be able to begin their academic lives here surrounded by Lena flowers, just as we did. How wonderful. You all have known each other since your first day here, right? That's right. Nobody else started partway through the year like you did. But back then, I never could have imagined we'd get along this well. Got off to kind of a rocky start. You're telling me. Especially Machias and Eustace. And for what it's worth, I do regret the way I behaved back then. It's not exactly something I'm terribly proud of. I'll think nothing of it. Immaturity makes fools of even the best of us at times. Thanks, hold on! What's with that expression? You weren't exactly standing on the moral high ground either. I wouldn't have had it as much of a reason to behave the way I did if you hadn't kept looking down your nose at me. Did you not hear me say the best of us? It was hell on all of us at the time, but it's all just a fond memory now. I suppose the same could be said about you and Rean's little incident at the start of the year, couldn't it? Just had to bring that up, didn't you? I should have seen this coming. Oh, little incidents are my favorite. Tell me. Well... Don't you dare, she's the last person who needs to know. Our first day really was full of surprises. I can't imagine too many teachers welcoming their students by dropping them through a hole in the floor. Beep. Even without having to fight a gargoyle on the way out. That's a pretty memorable start to a school year. That gargoyle proved to be quite the opponent too. I'll say, when we finally managed to pull together and defeat it, she just casually drops in like nothing happened. Like she was lying in wait the whole time, watching him waiting for her chance to strike. That's exactly what she was doing. Still, as exhausting and unusual as it was how our class began. Pretty sure it's burned into all of our memories at this point. And could it not be? I have no doubt about that. Even so, for it's one of the memories that I'll cherish decades into the future. Now you got me all jealous. Now it's my turn to do something crazy and make some super memorable memories too. Don't you dare. I dread to imagine what she's thinking when she says something crazy. On a hopefully unrelated note, what are we going to do for dinner tonight? I didn't plan on getting something over at Kirsch's, but if anyone has any better ideas, I think it may be a good idea to make something for ourselves. If we divide up the work between us, I'm sure our meal will have quite a bit of variety too. That does sound nice. My cooking skills were in danger of getting rusty too. No objections here? Well, unless anyone has what they need already, I think it's time to split up. We've probably got a lot to buy, so...
That won't be necessary.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Sharon?
What reason could you possibly have for being here?
But to serve meals.
The chairman gave me her permission to return to my former position as your dormitory's caretaker, which means I am here to serve you all once more. There may only be a short time left until the end of the year, but I'll make sure you want for nothing during it. I've already started preparing your evening meal, so there's no need to go out and buy anything.
Oh, well, how about that?
I'm fine with this.
We will gladly accept your offer.
Sharon's cooking's better than whatever grub we could rustle up together anyway.
How do you manage to get permission from Mother in the first place, though? Weren't you helping to rebuild the Rhineford group? I thought the company was getting so many orders in, it was struggling to keep up.
Now that Master Gwyn has returned to the company, everything is back in order. He and the chairman have been speeding through one task after another since he got back.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So the former and current chairman make quite a team, I see.
Boy, I'm starving. Wouldn't mind a drink either. With the weather getting warmer, it's just about time for peak beer season. Huh? What are you guys all gathered out here for? Oh, why are you here?
It's a pleasure to see you too, Lady Sarah. I brought a bountiful supply of smoked oysters and sardines if you'd like a snack to accompany your beer. Would you like them alongside your dinner?
Damn it. Yes.
I'm surprised she can just walk around in public like this, you know, considering her affiliation.
I'm guessing there's some sort of agreement in place between Rhineford and the government to leave her alone. Though, even if there weren't, I can't imagine anything would be able to stop Sharon from doing what she wants.
Indeed.
Whew, I think I might have eaten too much. It's been so long since we last had Sharon's cooking. She hasn't lost her touch. None of it feels heavy on my stomach at all.
I do like a meal like that, but it's one where it fills you up, but at the same time it doesn't, like, stuff you? Because then it just feels really wrong, doesn't it? It just feels really, really wrong.
Well, that's all my work done for the day. Maybe I should go see how everyone else is doing.
Let's. You can explore Class 7 storms on the night before each free day. Really? Beware, however, that the story will progress should you return to Rean's room. Well, first things first.
Here's Crow's room. I think I'll stay away from it for now. I feel more like going around and talking to everyone.
Yeah, so we'll come back to that based on what he said.
Hey, Elliot. Taking care of your violin?
Yeah, it's taken care of me over the past year, so why not return the favor? I'm actually planning on giving a few of them to the academy before I go. Just to make sure next year's first years have something to practice with.
That's really generous, and sure to make a lot of people happy. And you'll finally be heading off to a music academy just like you always wanted. I bet they'll push you pretty hard over there, too.
I don't doubt it. I'm going to need to be all music all the time if I want to stand a chance at keeping up. Though, to be honest, after all the time I've spent here, I don't really want my life to be completely about music. I love it, obviously, but to be a balanced person, I want to have a bit more variety in my life, like I had here at the academy. For one thing, I don't want to get too rusty with my orbital staff.
Good to hear. I hope everything works out for you.
Thanks. Me too. No, it's nothing. Either way, Heimdall and Trista are really close, so don't be a stranger, okay? I know you're gonna have tons of work to get through between your classes and your missions, but...
Don't worry, I'll make time. I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to see each other. There's still a ton of Heimdall I haven't seen, too. You'll have to show me around next time I make it over there.
You bet.
I'll have a word with him. Fiona and my friends over at the Music Academy really helped me out with the work I needed to do to enroll here. It'd be great to practice with them again. Between tomorrow's flea market and the chance to play with my old friends, gotta make sure I'm up to snuff. Indeed. Ah, something outside the window.
Something on your mind, Eustace?
For the first time in a long time, no. I'm just taking a short break.
But other than that, this window is especially dirty. You can't see anything out of it. Might need to clean it.
Looking over an endless sea of documents can be rather tiring on the eyes.
Oh, are those the tax reports you mentioned?
Ordinarily, this would be my father's work, but His Majesty has yet to decide his fate. Rufus hasn't so much as glanced in Berea Hard's direction since he took his new job in Crossbell either. As such, the task falls to me.
Man, I knew everyone in our class had it pretty rough right now. You've got it roughest, no contest.
If my ego had its way, I would boast that filling in for my father is a simple and mundane task. But on top of the paperwork, I'll need to manage the provincial army and oversee the province as a whole. Then there's the matter of keeping the most stubborn of the nobility in check. I don't expect the first 6 months to be pleasant.
The fact that you're already thinking 6 months ahead is pretty impressive as it is. Standing in for Duke Alberea like that must take some real confidence. I know you'll manage, though.
That much is obvious.
What is it?
It's nothing. In the days to come, more people will be relying on you than ever before. But no matter who does so or what they ask, do not lose your pride as a noble. Act independently, your head held high. Maintain your pride and your autonomy, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I promise I will.
I'll hold you to that.
I bet you will. My first 6 months back in Berea Hard will likely be entirely consumed by work. While I do have some trepidation about fulfilling my father and brother's duties, I have no choice but to try. I am a son of House Alberea, after all. Oh, indeed, indeed. How goes the painting?
Are you finishing up your painting, guys?
Yes. I call it the Void.
Yeah, this is my last one.
It reminds me of you somehow.
I want to make sure I'm completely satisfied with it before declaring it finished.
I'm thinking back to like that drama CD there, as a joke.
That's understandable. You're going to keep painting once you're back at home, though, right?
Well, I don't know how much time I'll have to set aside for it, but I intend to keep working on it, bit by bit. There's growing reason for concern in Calvert to the east of the Highlands. But all in all, things are more peaceful now than they were. I should be able to focus on painting my magnum opus.
Oh, is it going to be of Nord? If anyone can make a masterpiece of the Highlands, it'd be you.
That wouldn't be such a bad idea. But actually, I was intending to paint a picture of the Academy, its students, and the courageous.
You mean...
Now you're getting it. I want to capture the day we liberated the Academy. And once I've finished it, I fully intend to return to Erebonia with it in hand. What better way to forever memorialize this place as my second homeland?
Man, you really are amazing. Well, if you ever need reference materials, you know who to call. I can get pictures of anything you might need and send them over. I know you're talented, but that's a lot to paint off of just your memory.
I'd appreciate that.
Indeed. Again, it's like, really? How come you couldn't put anything there to make it, like, you could just put a picture there and just make it like have a bokeh effect or anything like on it. It's just something. I'll be taking this painting back home with me once I'm done. Once you start, you're gonna take a blank canvas, right? It'd be nice to have a tangible memento of my time at this academy. And I hope it'll give everyone back home the courage they need to keep going. It's like, you've got paintings and, well, not in here because Gaius doesn't paint properly. You've got pictures. I mean, that works. An astrolabe. Intriguing. But yeah, you got pictures like this. You could have just put that on the canvas. How come? Like, come on.
Hey, Machias. Working hard or hard?
I'll stop you right there. Of course I'm hard at work. Just look at the size of this book.
Look at the size of the print.
If I can't internalize as much of it as possible while I'm here, I'm doomed to failure from the start.
And this is one of your new textbooks? Man, Heimdall's political academies don't mess around, do they? You'll be the youngest person there, right?
Most likely. I'd normally need to have graduated from Thor's with a bit more experience under my belt to have gotten in. There are a few Thor's grads there already, though. They take some every year. And as you might imagine, the recent political upheaval has the place swarming with applicants this year. The entrance exam was hard enough on its own, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Can't say I envy you. Still, I know you're going to be just fine. You're so smart that you can handle any subject they throw at you. Growing up with your dad should give you a leg up on the politics, too.
Yeah, no pressure there. Honestly, there are times when I think diving into things head first like this is a giant mistake.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just... I know we're probably going to both be really busy with our own lives come spring, but let's make time to have lunch together once in a while or something. Okay? Studying is all well and good, but even I need a change of pace every now and again.
I think that can be arranged. The train from here to Heimdall only takes a half hour. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't hang out sometimes.
Then it's a date.
A date? Oh my. I'm still amazed I managed to get into the academy in the first place. Applied expecting to fail, to be honest. Getting in at all is a blessing. I'm going to work as hard as I can to make the most out of it. Of course, I'm not the only one who'll be swamped next year. Both of us will have to be careful not to burn ourselves out. If there's one thing Rean will do, it's burn himself out. It's just how he is. It's just how he is. Don't knock or anything. 63.
Feeling sad about leaving the lacrosse club behind?
Yeah, I was really into it by the end. I think it'll make for some wonderful memories to look back fondly on in the years to come.
I can imagine. Does that mean you're not going to keep up with lacrosse in Ruhr?
I don't think I'll be able to. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any local teams I could join.
And even if there were, I doubt I'd have the time for sports. Just thinking about how busy I'll be makes my head spin. No, scratch that. Being busy is all the more reason I need to make time for exercise.
Yeah, good luck with that. Helping out with the Rhineford group sounds like a recipe for one all-nighter after another.
Not just yet, actually. I won't be helping until Grandfather shows me the ropes. As I am now, I doubt I'll be able to do much at all in the way of rebuilding the company. But you can bet I'll leave Mother speechless with how much progress I've made in a year's time.
I'm sure you can if you put your mind to it. And I know Sharon will always be willing to help you out if you need her.
She probably would, but then she'd just tell everything she did to Mother.
Elisa?
Don't worry about it. I was just thinking about how blessed I am. I've got a wonderful family, a great club I'm part of, all of you as my classmates.
Oh, right. It took me a long time to realize the same thing, too. We really are one and the same.
Yeah.
Elisa?
It's nothing, honestly. I'm just feeling a bit emotional all of a sudden. I don't know what's gotten into me. Nothing's wrong, though. I promise.
But...
Still, let's both make the most of our free day tomorrow. It's the last one we'll ever have as a class. The last thing any of us want to do is end it with regrets.
Yeah, agreed. Let's make it a day to remember for both of us.
Indubitably. No, don't worry about me. I'm sure it'll be tough at first, but I'm going to try to make a real difference in the group. Besides, it'll give me a chance to show Mother up. How could I refuse? I'm sure it goes without saying, but let's make the most of our free day tomorrow. I've probably got some fishing to do.
What are you looking at, Laura?
This grey, brownish picture.
It's you, Rean. I'll show you.
Oh, you and Monica got a picture taken together?
And we know who took it.
You both look so happy in it, too.
That we do. Someone in the photography club kindly offered to take it for us.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would make a fine souvenir of my time at the academy to take away with me.
My mirror's on that being Rex. Oh well, it's a nice photo, and he got permission. For once. I never expected you and Monica would get so close. Between her and Fee, you kind of have a knack for becoming the best of friends with the ones you bump heads with first.
Please don't say that. I'm truly grateful to both of them for broadening my horizons. Meeting them enriched my life in ways I could have never pictured before. Truly, coming to this academy was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
I didn't realize we'd made such a big impact on you.
Well, you did. And don't mind me, I'm just feeling a little emotional. This isn't like me at all now, is it? There's no harm in a few tears, I suppose. This will be my last time I can relax before my training, after all.
Yeah, you're not gonna get much rest in with the training you've got lined up.
I won't be learning the Arcade School's advanced techniques with training any less intense. I have no idea where we'll be conducting said training, but it will no doubt be as perilous as it will be dangerous.
I had to spend a month in the Isengard range as part of mine. I don't think a month's going to cut it with what you're doing, though. It goes way beyond your average techniques.
Indeed. I'm anticipating that it will take at least half a year, if not more. Father's going to be with me, but with things as difficult as they are, part of me feels guilty for taking up his time.
I don't know about that. I think him agreeing to train with you shows how much faith he has in your potential. Besides, in a lot of ways, this might be the best time to do it.
That is very true.
What's wrong?
Nothing at all. Regardless, I'd love to come and visit you should the opportunity present itself. And if it does, I'd like to formally request a duel with you to test how much the two of us have grown.
Let's not kid ourselves. We both know who's going to win that duel. But your invitation is all the motivation I need to get plenty of training in myself. Can't have you beating me too badly.
I hope you will.
I don't have a single regret about attending this academy. No matter how hard the training before me may be, I'm sure I'll be able to pull through. Especially with the lessons I learned here guiding me through. No, we get to see it again, do we? God damn it, Rex. God damn it, Rex. Flowers! Oh, there's V's one. Lovely.
Emma? What are you doing?
Oh, hi there, Rean. Well, Dorothy and I decided that we're gonna put together one final collection of stories as a club. Since then, I've been working on a story for the students who will join the club next year.
Oh, that sounds neat. Wait, if Dorothy's involved...
The content is totally appropriate for children of all ages, I assure you. Admittedly, Dorothy's own story sounds like it'll have a few of her favorite literary elements, but all in moderation, she assured.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm one to judge. What kind of story are you writing?
It's supposed to be a fairy tale. I can't pretend it's 100% original, though. I borrowed some elements from a story I heard as a child. It's going to star a golden unicorn and a pure-hearted maiden. Or at least, that's the plan.
Sounds interesting. Can I give it a read when you're done? I'll still be here next year, so if I see any first years who seem like they'd enjoy it, I'll recommend it to them.
I have to confess, I'm a little embarrassed to let anyone see it, but the whole point of a story is to be read.
Yes, like what's the point writing it otherwise?
Something wrong?
No, not at all. I'm sure you and Valimar will be just fine without my help now. Still, if you do need anything, don't hesitate to get in touch. It may take some time to contact me, though. You'll need to use a method that isn't exactly conventional.
Yeah, I could have guessed as much. I mean, I theoretically get how to use runes to communicate since you told me, but I have no idea how it actually works.
I'd be shocked if you did. It's pretty far removed from the orbital technology you're used to. It has its benefits, though. For one, you'll be able to reach me no matter where I might be. So don't ever hesitate to drop me a line if you need my assistance. I'd always be happy to hear from you.
All right. I'm sure I'll give you a ring. Or a rune, I guess.
A rune.
I hope you end up being able to find Vita, too.
Thank you.
No matter where my search for Vita takes me, I will always be a member of Class 7. Even the Academy won't change that. So if you ever need my help, I'll do everything I can to be there for you. And when my story is finished, I'll have to let you read it. I don't know why I went with that again. It's very strange. I think it's that habit of pressing it again. Ooh. Ooh. Seeds. And Falcom's diary. Oh.
Are those seeds you got there?
Yep, Adel gave them to me. They all came from the plants we grew in the gardening club. I'm just looking at what kinds there are here.
Really? That's really nice of her. It's kind of like you can take everything you've achieved over the past year with you.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to join a club until Adel found me relaxing and invited me. But I guess it wasn't so bad.
Don't you worry. I'll be sure to check on the gardening club every once in a while just to see how things are going. It would be a shame if all the plants you've spent so long looking after were to wither and die.
It doesn't matter. Even if they do, they'll eventually bloom again somewhere else. Kind of like us.
When you put it that way, I suppose you're right. What's wrong?
Nothing. This one and this one should be okay too.
Fee gave Rean a handful of seeds.
What are these for?
They're the easiest ones to look after. You can try raising them if you want. Don't worry if they wilt or anything, though. When I've found the others from Zephyr, I'll come back and check if they're still blooming. If they are, you get a pat on the head.
Well, that's something.
Hey, I thought the head rubbing was my job.
You actually admit that?
But I'll give it my best shot.
Surprised he admit that just so readily. This is bizarre. My time at Class 7's been really fun. The gardening club, too. I only ended up coming here because Sarah forced me, but I'm glad she did. Don't even want to picture where my life would be if I hadn't. Aww. Right, so... I genuinely think we'll use this as a stopping point. And what we'll do is in the next part, check in on people down here, because I'm sure there's people down here, right? I mean, I can see a dot already. Like, yeah. Check on the two down here, and then probably try Crow's room again. Can we actually go out to Trista? Where's the exit? Too late to be wandering out. But yeah, I think that's a nice place, like we've done the boys, we've done the girls sort of thing. Then we'll check in with everyone else before we head to the free day. So we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.